This is a radio station of the SDC radio networks. The music of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Thanks for listening.
This is KDTN Radio 1. Lock it on to the best station on the net, around the planet, on the World Wide Web. In the mix.
Oh, in the mix. In the mix, my friend. Anyway, we're going to start off with Bonnie Paul. You know, the one that wins all the Academy Awards and the Oscars. The actress. One of my best friends. And she's got a new album out called I Can Ride with the Cowboys. Check it out. Miss Bonnie Paul.
Cowboy really likes a girl who can look them in the eyes, who's not afraid to hang with the guys. I can ride with the cowboys, got my Stetson and my boots. I can ride with the cowboys, pick 'em up in my pickup truck, ride all night, let 'em try their luck, drive on into the sunrise side by side. I can ride with the cowboys. Like diamonds in the sky, sit by the fire, pass the bottle around, and sing the songs we've learned from days gone by. I can ride with the cowboys, got my Stetson and my boots. I can ride with the cowboys, pick 'em up in my pickup truck, ride all night, let 'em try their luck, drive on into the sunrise side by side. I can ride with the cowboys, ride 'em, rope 'em, tame 'em one by one, hang with the boys and party all night long. Stetson and my boots. I can ride with the cowboys, pick 'em up in my pickup truck, ride all night, let 'em try their luck, drive on into the sunrise side by side. Gonna put on my tight blue jeans, drink tequila from an old canteen, show those boys what a cowgirl queen can do. I can ride with the cowboys, I can ride with the cowboys.
This is a radio station of the SDC radio networks. The music of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Thanks for listening.
This is your host, Kenny Smith. And I tell you what, on this wonderful day, January 14th, 2017. Well, I'm starting out with some cowboy music because this is a kind of bittersweet day for me, and I I tell you, if you live to be long enough and old enough, you're gonna run into it. I'm tasked with writing the obituary of my mother. She's 94 years old. God bless her soul. And me at 68. I pray if I could see I pray if I could see 90 anything. But God has been wonderful and great, and I'm so happy to have her around. But Mother's starting to fade fast, Mother Gilchrist, here in Woodland, and so I'm tasked with, writing the obituary. And one of the things that you do with the writing obituary, you kind of got to go way back to the time that they were born. My mother was born in 1922. And out in Texas, High Banks, Texas, the community per se was Sicilian and Italian. Okay, big, beautiful, giant churches, just everything, just absolutely fantastic in the little town. But a flood came in about the time she was 12 years old and wiped the town out. So they lost a post office, and High Banks, Texas, had to merge with the county seat of Marlin, Texas. So all their mail came into Marlin, and which is unique because our cousins, for most part, they've been the police chief of the city of Marlin for a long time, many years, generations, and the whole town is all related to us. You can't never really meet no girls in Marlin, Texas, because they're all related to everybody we know. That's when I was a kid. Probably it's changed a little bit now, but if it hasn't, well, you know what I'm telling you about. But anyway, going back and doing an obituary was like, how do you do this thing, right? Like I said, you start back from the beginning. And in the year of 1922, the United States launched its first two carriers that they were within the United States. Okay, the stars. My mother was born in a year with a plethora of stars. Yvonne DiCarlo, and just the list goes on and on and on and on. And the technologies that was happening back then at the time that she was born is absolutely incredible. You could see, quickly the dynamics of what was happening and what was coming forward. The poor people, they got a chance to buy Model T Fords, the first, and a brand new Model T out in High Banks / Marlin / Falls County, Texas in 1922 was about $500, brand new out the box. Really unique, huh? Not bad. So from there, we're going to go into the families, education, and you realize one thing that's really crazy about this is that Texas, they were with the South. They sided with the Confederacy. So, but it really didn't hurt them any after the war was over, believe it or not. And of course, there was a lot of Union soldiers from Texas in the Union Army too. So they had to fight and beat themselves up a lot over the years. And my mother saw all of this. And the craziest thing about it, when she was a kid at 16, 17 years old, she left Texas. Now, that means before she left Texas, I have three other siblings ahead of me, believe it or not. I got Pete, Betty Jo, and what's my other little baby sister name? Oh my goodness, I forgot. But Betty Jo was the only one I could think of, and Peter. And I have another little sister. They all died from SIDS. What they knew was SIDS. And then before I was born, it was like almost a 10-year gap. And my mother left that during the war days to go to Portland, Oregon, where she worked on at the Chrysler Permanente shipyard, building the Liberty ships. She was the real Rosie the Riveter. She really was, and it's incredible that Mother worked so hard help building these giant ships. They were basically throwaway ships. They'd build 200 or 300, pack them, and they'd try to beat the U-boats, the German wolf pack through. And heck, if you lost 20 ships, man, you did great. But it wasn't really nothing to talk about. But anyway, that's my dilemma. But actually, it's not a dilemma. It's a joy, and it's a super honor to talk about my mom. And one of the last things I'm definitely going to mention in her obituary is that she owns the first prefabricated building built in the United States of America. It was built in Richmond, Virginia, and it was shipped in pieces, in the cargo hold around the Cape of Good Hope, down, around South America, and all the way across up to San Francisco, through Stockton, and all the way up through the Sacramento River to Knights Landing, where her church was reconstructed. And Mother owned one of the oldest prefab buildings in the United States. Mother can build some churches, trust me. But anyway, before I get out of here, I'm going to start off with one other band. And this is called a street music band, and it's called Jimmy Buffett. Check this out. I love it. It's add-on our KDT and Radio 1 stations.
I want to sip on a drink at Montego Bay, or fly in a plane to England or Spain, even fly overseas on a tropical breeze. So come Monday, I'll be flying the coop. I wanna put on a party with all of my friends, wanna sail the coast until the shoreline ends. But it's all in my head as I lie here in bed, wishful thinking is all I can do. I wanna live like Jimmy Buffett, tell the world they can all go stuff it. I wanna live like Jimmy Buffett, sail on the ocean blue. I'm gonna buy me a parrot shortly. A pirate's life begins at 40. I wanna live like Jimmy Buffett, drinking margaritas all day. Reach out to grab me some paradise. Gonna eat a cheeseburger with an onion slice. Take my clothes to a tailor like the son of a sailor. The girl in my dreams by my side. I wanna play my guitar each and every night under tiki torch glow and the pale moonlight. Wishfully thinking of burgers and drinking. Man, I'm gonna like it this way. I wanna live like Jimmy Buffett, tell the world they can all go stuff it. I wanna live like Jimmy Buffett, sail on the ocean blue. I'm gonna buy me a parrot shortly. A pirate's life begins at 40. I wanna live like Jimmy Buffett, drinking margaritas all day.
This is a radio station of the SDC radio networks. The music of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Thanks for listening.
Anyway, hey, this is Kenny Smith again, and this is the Rant and Rave show from SmithBits. And hey, like I said, what a wonderful time, So when you have to do what I do in our little show today, just remember one thing. Go for the history. Keep it light. You can have a lot of people sitting there crying and being crazy, but it ain't going to work. I love you all. Thank you for listening.